From Studio 1A in Tampa, Florida, comes a talk show that really feels your pain and tells you like it is. We love America and all that freedom-loving Americans want to protect. Live from coast to coast and on your radio, it's For the People with Keith Allen.
We'll help you survive this thing called life. We're for the people. Whatever your source of stress or strife, for the people is there.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Keith Allen and proudly welcoming you to this Monday's edition of For the People on March the 6th, 2017. We have a big show lined up for you. I appreciate you joining us. Wiretapping. That's the big news, and this has taken the State Department by surprise. And not just the State Department, but the mainstream media is having an absolute field day on this very, very subject as to what Obama did or didn't do. But according to Donald Trump, this explosive claim that Barack Obama tapped his telephones at the Trump Tower during last year's election. Now, of course, they're not saying where the information came from, and that's driving the media up the wall right now. Now, these are pretty salacious claims, as you can imagine. I mean, you don't just make claims like that unless you have something at hand, and I just could not imagine, seriously, as preposterous as this might sound to the left and so many people that are weighing in on this, we got Barbra Streisand, Stephen King. You're going to hear some things that they've been saying about this thing and just thinking this is just an absolute joke. I mean, folks, it's not a joke. This is not a joke. I wish it was a joke, but it's not a joke. It's not a joking matter. It's the Russians. It's Obama. I mean, it's this. It's every week. It's something. But I just cannot believe that Donald Trump woke up one morning and told his senior advisor, Kellyanne Conway, and to his entire cabinet that we're going to cook up something and we're just going to do this just to gain some press, some good press. And because, of all the leaks and stuff like that and just, sessions and, we just need to change the story. The narrative has got to change. As busy as things are with the Secretary of State, the Attorney General making the announcements on the travel ban and what that looks like, the revision today, and so many other bills and executive orders that have to be, let's just kick one more thing to the media today, and let's just say, hey, by the way, Obama was tapping our phones. And that's not good. It's kind of like Richard Nixon and Watergate. What do they know? That's a good question, right?
Well, I won't reveal that. I will just tell you that it's a big place, and I saw what former Attorney General Mukasey said yesterday on a different network, that he thinks it's probably right or correct that this would have happened. But again, if we don't know, then let's find out together. And then let's also start focusing on the many things that are going to happen this week. I know people, particularly on other networks, want to talk about this one thing. They don't want to talk about the amazing joint session speech where the president laid out his vision and was very specific in doing so. And then all the activity that's happening this week, a new executive order on travel today, certainly repealing and replacing Obamacare, infrastructure, tax reform is coming. There are many things that the American people are focused on that are very prominent in the Fox News polling and elsewhere that aren't being discussed because of this, frankly.
Didn't you not just hear the news like 3 weeks ago, about how stuff was being leaked to the media and how it was being leaked to the media, and that Donald Trump was all over the CIA and the FBI trying to come to some kind of investigation to find out where these leaks happened. And there's always leaks. There was leaks in the Obama administration. But no president likes it, and especially when it hurts the administration, you want to get down to the bottom of it. I mean, they were criticizing Sean Spicer for his staff, just saying, look, we don't know who to trust. We'd like to trust you, but here, give me your cell phone. Let's see what your cell phone records reveal. We just want to make sure that everybody on our team is on our team. I mean, not a bad thing to ask in this climate right now of politics, and it's just gotten all-time ugly right now. So it would not shock me that there was an order that was brought up for whatever reason, that Obama tapped his phone lines at the Trump Tower. This would not shock me. This would be very revealing. But to be honest with you, I think the left would like this. They would love this. And they would defend Obama for doing it because they hate Donald Trump. And, of course, now we get all the talking heads on the Morning Joe and all the leftist-leaning channels sitting there defending Obama when they don't even know what the facts are. It's the same people who wrote off Donald Trump entirely for the election. Same people.
Let me answer that globally. He's the president of the United States. He has information and intelligence that the rest of us do not. And that's the way it should be for presidents. I would note that, curiously, with the timing, the day after his amazing joint session, which everybody's polling and most honest analysts said was a complete home run for him, that the New York Times had a report that clearly showed that there was a rush to preserve and sprinkle intelligence information around the Obama administration toward the end of it. Now, we should ask why that is. And I would also say, if we just, I certainly hope people out there are getting $50 every time they scream the word Russia, because it is just so ubiquitous.
Drinking game.
But imagine if you took the word Russia and at least shared some of the space in the punditry with leaks. This is about bureaucratic leaks. The concern for the president is that we have leaks in the intelligence and security community that imperils all of us.
And finding out when you have new set of staff to be able to go through a building, to be able to detect these things and to look back on records. I mean, there's ways of finding this stuff out, and they will get to the bottom of it. They'll get to the bottom of it. The American people will find out that there was some validity to this. You don't just come out with a story. Do you think this would actually think about it for a second if you are left-leaning? If you're just thinking that this is ridiculous, that there's no merit to it, possibly could not be. Obama never ordered it up. He never did it. Do you think that Donald Trump really would benefit from a story that would backfire him on his young presidency? I think not. So stay tuned, because the investigation goes on, and the Dems still cannot get past the fact that they have lost. And this is just more of the garbage that they have dumped on from the very beginning at win at any cost mentality.
He got elected about 19 days ago, and we still hear the Democrats and others screaming Russia every single day. It's attenuated. They haven't shown any connection. Many people are trying to redo the election results still. This man has been president for a while now, and he's going to continue to just move forward with his agenda.
You don't think those four people hurt the president?
I think the president knows why he's here and what he's doing with his agenda. Look, there's a selectivity out there as to what really gets the coverage, and certain things that some of us think are noise make the news. Other things that obviously are newsworthy get covered. But again, how is this the president and those? I mean, I was the campaign manager until the end, and I was talking to people in Macomb County, Michigan, not Moscow. And so people aren't even pointing to things that aren't there. You've got these attenuated connections and circumstances. And there's just nothing the Democrats every single day. You see these chyrons on the lower third on other networks where it's just all Russia all the time. What about investigating these bureaucratic, systematic leaks out of the intelligence and security community? I guess some of which are coming from holdovers. That's really dangerous to our nation, frankly, to all of us. That's not a partisan issue.
And Eric Holder is apparently moved in with Valerie Jarrett with this operation that Obama's got going with this shadow government in D.C., which to me is despicable and anti-American and sore loserville. That's what I would call the new mission there with Obama. You're no longer president, my man. If I would be talking to him, I said, listen, you're no longer president. You've already screwed up our country enough. What the hell are you doing? Move to Iraq. Move to Kenya. Move somewhere else, you idiot. I really hope that they find enough information to get him and throw him under the bus. That's where he needs to be. I hope they find that it's got his signature all over it. I hope they find him, because this guy is treasonous. this guy is pond scum. I knew from day one when he came in what kind of guy he was and who he associated with. The guy did not change his stripes. Once a zebra, folks, you're a zebra. You can't be something that you're not. Guilty by association, but guilty because of practice. It's the tired talking points of the left that continue defending this man that's no longer, but he's still the hero. He's still the hero because they think somehow that there's going to be some kind of vindication still brought to you by courtesy of Barack Hussein Obama. Somehow he's going to be some kind of big power broker, and he's going to be this knight in shining armor that's going to be able to rescue Hollywood and the mainstream media. Somehow they are looking towards him resurrecting the Democratic Party into the White House in 4 years. So you got the two O's working together. I mean, Obama and Oprah. I mean, the two O's, they were made for each other in heaven. But don't you think that he would not run with her on a platform to better America? Yikes, it's getting scary out here. And all the advice, by the way, advice that is given to us is by Hollywood actors these days, as if comedians and Hollywood actors and singers, what they have to say actually matters completely, and we should just take you at your word. So Barbra Streisand, she's now blaming Donald Trump for her weight gain. Apparently she's packed on all kinds of pounds, and she's saying that she'd be less stressed out and thinner if she had left the country. Well, yeah, she stayed, though, and it was her choice. Donald Trump is making me gain weight. This is a tweet that she put out. I start the day with liquids, but after the morning news, I eat pancakes smothered in maple syrup. Well, enjoy the maple syrup, Babs. Enjoy your pancakes. You felt better during Obama? Seriously? You felt safer? More prosperous? Oh, he understood you more. He loved you more. Oh, I see. You like a kiss ass, don't you? Well, that's exactly what he was able to do, to kiss your butt, but lying right to every one of us Americans who actually make this country work every day. Thank you very much. And we've had enough of it. Mr. and Mrs. America finally had enough of this garbage. And so Babs is on a rant, of course, saying that she does not like Donald Trump and he's to blame for all of this. And she had an interview with Dr. Oz. And Dr. Oz seems to put the blame directly on her. She says, I love coffee, ice cream, and we go to friends' houses, and I can't resist eating the bread, the 70-year-old told Oz, according to Contact Music. I am a food addict. Tell you the truth, I am literally a food addict. I can't stay away from food that I love, which are bad for me, like carbs that are bad. So I'm still at work in the process. As for nutrition, she said she had to worry about holding in her tummy when she's on stage. So I like to eat, and I hate exercise. What are you going to do? If Streisand decides to stay in Trump USA and her weight really is based on the president's daily pronouncements, perhaps she could consider gastric bypass. This is the advice of Carl Nelson. She's got a hole in her stomach. It sounds like she's got some personal problems. It doesn't even sound like Dr. Oz can actually help her. And just when you think it doesn't get any better, it does. The horror author, Stephen King, I like some of his stuff, by the way. But he's on the Twitter sphere, and he's sounding off. He said not only did Obama tap Trump's phones, he stole the strawberry ice cream out of the mess locker. Obama tapped Trump's phones in person, went in wearing a Con Ed coverall. Michelle